continue to practice and narrow this deal down as we go, like Coach said, to find our top guys to get ready for Illinois.
What's the chip for?
Because there's, our guys, there's a lot of stuff out there. We don't have a very good group. What's the group? No one's unproven. Everything's unproven. So our guys want to go out there and prove that we have talent in the room and be able to be a position of strength on the football team. So there's a nice little motivation there, to be a position that helps our football team. We need to be, so that's one of many things, but, that's something that our guys are really working hard because we want to be able to be factors on this offense.
Where would you say you guys are in that process of kind of winnowing it down?
Yeah, we're getting closer. I mean, it's starting to come to light. I'm not going to give you the depth chart right now, but I mean, it's starting to work itself through, and it's a very competitive group, and they're very supportive of each other in the room, good and bad. And so it's fun. It's fun coming to work every day because I don't have a guy that's played a million snaps, so every day is a new opportunity for us to look at a situation and have it presented to us, and then be able to go out there and execute it in the way we need it to.
Would you even say there's a number that you'd put on the guys that are close to being your top guy, competing for that top guy, or
number
you say all
of guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably down right now to about 4, I think, and a couple other guys need to pick it up, or they'll be left behind.
What's did Marquis scrimmage the other day?
He was limited in the scrimmage, but he scrimmaged today. We had some goal line stuff and everything, so he's done a really nice job. He runs hard, very engaged. He's getting better, building him up. So I'm very pleased with Marquis, and he's got a chip on his shoulder because he wants to come in here and help our football team win games, and he wants to go out there and perform well. So I'm excited about him. He just needs to continue to get more reps in this offense, and he will.
Could you say that Sevion's kind of made a move this month?
He's done a really nice job. He weighs about 205 pounds. He's lost weight. He's changed his body in the summer. He's got really nice feet. He's always had nice feet, but even better now. His vision is getting better each day, even though he's had really good vision. He's dialed in. So he paid the price this summer. He's done well up to this point.
Is that an accurate characterization that he's made a move a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely making a move to play. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely.
Still limited physically at all, or?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just a matter of he just has to get back out there and get reps. He didn't get spring ball reps in the summer. He's built himself up, so it's just a matter of, with where he was at. Just every day we just keep stacking days and stacking days. There might be a day he's a little more sore, and then the next day feels better. But I think we're getting to a point where we got a nice 2.5-ish weeks. That he just needs to keep progressing, and he'll be fine.
So you don't see him being ginger on the foot or anything?
No, I don't. No.
You were talking about stacking those days. Like, how important has that been just generally for your room as guys at this time during the spring? How important has that been this fall?
Absolutely. Every day, Greg. I mean, we got to get out there and every day, because we got most of the install in now situationally. Now it's just a matter of being able to go out there and see the different presentations of all the stuff we do. And then as we keep narrowing this down, get ready for Illinois, the playbook, we don't have all the plays in the game plan, right? It'll shrink to what we feel will be good for Illinois. But they got to know it first. And then, so now we're getting the reps. Knock on wood, we've had everybody out there every day. And that's what it's got to be. We weren't in the spring, right? Because we had little things here and there. But this group, they come to work every day, and I'm on them every single day.
At Big Ten Media Day, Scott said that he wanted to make decisions on depth charts, position battles earlier than normal.
Sure.
Do you have an idea about maybe when you'd like to have a set rotation?
I'd say it's coming very quickly down the train tracks. Absolutely. Yep.
Did you feel
Has
like
that
Gabe
chip
Irvin knows the playbook?
What's that?
How well do you feel like Gabe Irvin knows the playbook?
Really well. Really well. He's a student of the game. Loves football. So he studies and matters to him. That's the thing. It matters. And that's why he's put himself in position to be a contender for the spot.
Where can he get better at?
Well, just being able to see the signal line up and then execute the details of the play, all the minute details. But now he had a really good summer, so his weight's good, and physically for a freshman he's good, and he's in shape, and just gosh, every day going out there it's fun to watch him. What are you gonna say, Steve?
Did that group have a chip on its shoulder last year, or is that a newer thing?
Well, I mean, we always are going to have a chip, right? But when the season ended, we weren't satisfied with what that position needs to be at Nebraska. So we went out and got more guys in the room, got guys that were in the room healthy, and now we just got to go out there and be able to be a position. We got to be able to run the ball in this league. We got to have running backs that can run it. We can't rely on Adrian to run the ball, all the time. There's times we need him to, but in the quarterbacks. But we got to be able to run the football, and like Turner has the hat, run the what ball. We got to be able to do it, and then that opens up everything else. The nice thing is we're talented at other positions that can really open up some things. But this league's tough. It's 3 yards is a good play in this league. And so you got to be physical, and that's what I'm on our guys. We can't tiptoe through the tulips. There's an old movie, Days of Thunder. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
When Harry tells Tom Cruise, you got to drive through the smoke, right? We can't tiptoe through the smoke. We got to drive through that deal.
When you talk about the timeline and being down to kind of 4 guys now, is that about where you thought you would be in terms of at this point in fall camp?
Yeah, I think so. We have more than 4 guys in the room, but I think there's 4 that have put themselves in a position right now that puts them in more contention than the others. The other guys have been a little more inconsistent, but I haven't given up on them. They have to continue to come to work and get better because the talent's there. But I need consistency. We don't get to hit reset like these guys do. They play video games, they hit reset. We don't get to reset it, right? We got to go out there, and I got to know that you know what you're doing and can go out there and execute at the level we need.
Ryan, have the rigors of fall camp hit yet, or is guys still pretty excited to come to work every day?
Well, Coach does a great job of being smart and a little time off here and there to be able to recharge the batteries. But, we're definitely in grind mode. And I go home and go to bed. I set the alarm, and I know when I close my eyes that the alarm's going off. We're in that mode now. We're all, you go through it, but, it's you love waking up and coming to work, coaching every day, and special teams, the whole 9 yards.
Does Urban's game remind you of anybody you've coached before?
What's that?
Does Urban's game remind you of anybody you've coached before?
I don't like to compare guys, but he's got talent, and he's a great kid. He's got a great family, and I loved recruiting him in the recruiting process. I really care about his family and him as a person, just like all my guys. But he comes from a great football program in high school, and I think he's got some qualities that I think will be good for him in his career here. Cool.
Hey, thanks.
All right, thanks, guys.
Fall camp's been great. Right now it's just consistency, getting better day by day, getting the plays down, just getting ready for the game ready.
Coach says your group is practicing like it has something to prove. What is it? What do you guys got to prove?
We have a chip on our shoulder, With Dedrick Mills, the senior, leaving, we got something to prove. We gotta prove to everybody that we're the best group out there. We're gonna get the job done.
Gabe, what was your mindset when you came in? I mean, did you think right away, I'm going for that top job right off the bat in January? What were you thinking?
Well, that's what you have to think. I came here thinking that I'm going to be the dog, I want to be the dog. I just gotta have that dog mentality that I'm going to get the job done.
What's the key to having that mindset, also fitting in with the older guy, like kind of blending in?
Well, the older guys, they've been here longer than me, so I always lean over to them, when I have a question. Just like they poured into me, and I just learn from them each and every day, and that just builds up my game.
How much does it help coming from Buford, where there's so many good players? You're used to, fighting for a job.
Yes.
There.
Coming from Buford, I had to fight from day one when I got there, so it was kind of like reminiscent when I got to college. It was the same thing, fighting for the job, and Buford just had that standard, and I had to live up to it when I came to Nebraska.
How similar or different when you say you guys in the running back room, your skill sets are? Do you feel like you guys do the same things pretty well, or is it different? Sort of thing?
We all have our different style of play when it comes to running back, Savion, Step, all the running backs, we all have our different styles, and we all just put into play when we get out there.
How about you? What do you feel like you do best?
I feel like I do a lot of things good, run the ball well, I can catch out the bout too. I'm very versatile, in many different ways, and that's what my game come into.
What's Marquis bring to the table?
Marquis is pretty good, he's a power back, he's going to come downhill. He's going to come downhill hard, and he's going to get those yards for us.
Kind of going back to your recruitment, since you're fairly new here, what brought you to Nebraska? What was it that said that's the place I want to be and where I can make a difference?
I felt like as soon as Coach Held and Coach Beckner recruited me, I just felt home here, I felt like they cared for me, and I felt like I can see the field, I can see the field here, and I just love the Nebraska and the culture.
Coaches were saying your pass blocking has really stood out. How much emphasis do you take in your pass blocking?
Not gonna lie, when I first got here, pass blocking was a struggle for me. I had to keep on. That's something I needed to work on. So I got to the tools, got to the basics, and I just perfected it.
Still being a true freshman, how scary is it though when you have guys, 300 pounds coming at you?
Yeah, you can't think of that. You just gotta have that dog mentality and just get the job done.
You've got this, I don't know if you know it, maybe you're not paying attention to it. You've got the fan base kind of talking about you in media. How do you keep your mindset, like not worrying about that and just
I just think what I need to do, I kind of leave the outside noise to itself, and whatever I do in the field, just take care of itself.
Sorry if you've already been asked this, but Coach Held was just talking about having a chip on your shoulder as a running back position group. Do you sense that? Do you agree with that? And I guess what's your evaluation of?
I do agree with that. We do have a chip on our shoulder. We got to prove to the outside world that we are important and we're going to get the job done. You guys
feel like you have the talent in the room to?
Yes, for sure. For sure, we have the talent in the room.
And why do you say that so confidently?
Because we go to work every day in the practice. It shows in the practice film. We getting better on each and every tools that we need to work on, and it's put into play.
What can fans expect out of that position group? Are you all about the same in terms of your skill set, or does somebody bring a little more speed, somebody else bring a little more?
We're all different in our own way. You're just gonna have to see when we get out there.
How intense has that competition been?
It's very intense. We come to practice like it's a game every day, and that's what we have to, and that's what builds everybody else's skill level one by one.
Coaches have mentioned you as someone who's picking up playbook fast. What's that process been like for you since you came here?
It's been good, Graduating early was a key. That's why it was an advantage, so I can get the playbook down early. But every day I'm just progressing, getting better in the plays, getting them down, so it can be consistent on the field.
Also, they've complimented you on your blocking. Is that something you've always taken pride in, or?
Yes. When I got here, it was a little bit of struggle, but I picked it up and I'm perfecting it now.
Some freshmen are ready to play in the Big Ten, and some aren't. Do you feel you're ready, and why?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. One, because my mindset's ready, and I just have that dog mentality to bring it to the table to get the job done, to win games.
Mentioned blocking being a little bit of a struggle here when you first got here. What was that adjustment that you had to make?
Got some drills down, got my technique down, and just perfected it on the field.
Is that like knowing where people are coming from thing?
Yes, knowing your assignment, knowing where everybody's coming from, scanning the field, and just executing it.
Where are you now compared to where you were?
I'm a much step higher than where I was before.
Any older players, whether it be in your position group or another one, who's really helped you along, whether it be playbook or just adjusting to college life? Anybody who stuck out to you that really helped you along? team gets that far?
Well, my buddy Heinrich Harbrick, the quarterback. I live with him. That's my roommate. So we just we get together, get the job done and stuff we need to work on, and I just have an advantage because I get to know the plays.
What do you think of Heinrich so far in his time here?
Heinrich's pretty good. He's getting better each and every day. He's learning from the older guys, like Adrian. Teaching him things what he need to work on to perfect his game.
Is it kind of nice that, they've been recruiting Georgia pretty well. Was that on your radar when you were being recruited, and have you kind of blended with some of those guys who are from the home state?
Yeah, they Nebraska recruit a lot from Georgia. I just had a feel for Nebraska, and I felt like I can make an impact here.
Band-aid you got on your cheek, is that football related?
Yeah, it's just a battle scar. Just gotta do what it do.
When did that happen?
Well, it happened today in practice, just a little scratch.
Okay. Is that how did that happen?
I don't know. Somebody said you was bleeding. I was like, oh shoot, let me bandage it up.
That's football.
Yep.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah,
Got you.
Gabe.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.